Okay, so today we're diving into something pretty powerful, I think. Week 10. I Am the Light of the World by Pastor Jeong. I think what really struck me was how it starts, like immediately,
Wow.
with something so ancient.
Yeah, it's really interesting how he starts with this image, right? An oil lamp, been around for ages. Think like 2500 BC all the way to 300 AD.
Wow. So we're talking about a really long history here. It's like
Yeah.
he's trying to connect those words of Jesus to how people have always seen light as something, vital, important.
Absolutely. And you look at that lamp and you start to think, okay, was Jesus just saying, "Hey, this is who I am," or was there something more to it? Was
Yeah,
he
like inviting us in. I mean, the pastor really digs into that, right?
Yeah.
Is it a statement about his identity or an invitation for us to be a part of it?
And that's the key question, because then it goes on to, you are the light of the world. So then the question becomes, well, what does that say about darkness? And I think the pastor makes a really interesting point here. He argues that darkness isn't like this opposing force.
Okay, I'm listening. So not like good versus evil, light versus dark, that kind of thing.
Right, exactly. He's saying darkness is the absence of light, not something actively working against it.
So it's not about like fighting some shadow monster or something. It's about bringing light to where it's missing. Okay, I like that.
And he takes it even further. He talks about the universe as a whole, how
Mhm.
darkness is kind of the norm out there, right? And light, though it's rare, it has this incredible purpose to shine, to guide. And that makes our own capacity for light so much more significant.
Right. Wow. It makes you rethink things, doesn't it? Like even small actions can make a difference. So for everyone listening, what does being this light actually look like according to Pastor Jerome? How do we do that?
Well, the great thing is he gives us some really practical advice. It's not about some grand, sweeping gesture. It's the everyday things. It's about being kind to yourself, to others. It's about, lessening that anger, being more thoughtful, praying, being more focused on the needs of others, like Christ showed us.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So not some abstract idea of good, but these concrete actions. Less anger, more kindness. Sounds almost deceptively simple, but he's saying that's how you dispel that lack of light.
Exactly. And that brings us back to the idea that this light isn't just some feeling, right? It's tangible.
Yeah.
It's there in your actions, in how you treat others, how you engage with the world. It makes a real impact.
100%. So as you go about your day today, think about this.
Yeah.
How can you bring a little bit more of that light into your own little corner of the world? It's about living it, not just thinking about it.
Yeah. I think that's a great takeaway. And, it's interesting to consider this. If darkness is just the absence of light, then even the smallest act of kindness, the smallest gesture of thoughtfulness, those things can actually be huge. Think about how rare light is in the universe. In all that vast darkness, maybe our little actions have a much bigger impact than we think.